What an incredible color from Ford Motor Company. This is Blue Ember Metallic on the 2024 Ford Mustang Dark Horse Edition. It's an absolutely stunning color, and we're going to showcase that here at Reddick Brown Ford. This is Brock Patterson, National Specialty Vehicle Manager, America's #1 Ford Performance and Specialty Vehicle Dealership. 2024 Mustangs are arriving, and this is our first Dark Horse Blue Ember Metallic. We've been waiting on this to arrive. It's absolutely stunning. Braxton is going to take you on a quick test drive to showcase a lot of the options that you're going to see. This is a hard-loaded optional car. Great handling package, appearance package, and this beautiful Blue Ember. Enjoy this test drive, and if you have any questions about this car or any others, feel free to reach out, brock.patterson@reddickbrown.com, or you can call or text 615-397-3331, and here's the test drive.
We are off in the 2024 Ford Mustang Dark Horse. This Dark Horse does have the handling package as well as the tech package, which gives you an upgraded front splitter, spoiler, some different tires and wheels. You're gonna get 305s in the front, 315s in the rear, and those are paired with a 19-inch wheel. It's 19 by 10.5 in the front, 11-inch in the rear. So in terms of a stock car, this is well set up to stay on the road. Paired with those handling additions, you're gonna be all good to take this to the track or just drive it on the streets as you would normally. This is the special, very, very special Blue Ember Metallic color. This color was seen on their press release car when they did all the photos in the tunnel. This color has sort of a yellow tint to it in certain lights. It's kind of blue and yellow. It's a very interesting color. A lot of people don't know that Ford has done a great job over the years on the Mustang line, and even on the regular F-150 or F-250 line, just with some cool colors. So this is a 700A, which is going to be your premier package. Now, given that this is optioned with the tech package, you've got the big screen, as people are calling it, in the F-150, and they've also called it that on the Mustang. So you've got a huge screen with all your Apple CarPlay functions. You've got all your features, everything that a fully loaded GT Premium is going to have. So you've got a special track car. Still going over some basic features here. You've got a security package. You've got a B&O sound system, which sounds awesome. Now, a lot of people might be wondering, why do you need a good sound system in a car with an exhaust that sounds as good as this one? I guess it depends on the day. You've got 373 rear axles, which is a fan favorite on the Mustang. You got the Dark Horse appearance package, which is gonna give you some graphics on the hood. You've obviously got your badges on the fender, which look great. Cool little menacing horse logo. You got a black painted roof. You've got blue Brembo brakes paired with those dark machine gray wheels. You've got that spoiler I was talking about with the gurney flap. That is adjustable as well. There's some Allen keys that you just got to undo, and you can move that down or up based on what you want the car to be doing. You've got a lowered suspension system opposed to your factory ride height, which is a must in a car like this. You do have active exhaust, which is standard on the Dark Horse. And that is adjustable within the menu here. You hit the Mustang button. You're gonna see all your track apps, auxiliary gauges. You can change the color of everything in here, and a cluster theme. Ford has added 2 cluster themes since these cars have been out. One being the classic from 67 to 68. So once you hit that, it's going to change your screen over here and show your speedometer and tachometer in that 67, 68 style. You've also got Fox body, which was 87 to 93. That's also going to change on here, no matter what mode you're in. You can also change your screen to be displayed as any normal mode would be. So you can make this track mode even when you're not in track mode. So the instrument cluster will be in that special little mode even when you're not in the track mode. I like mine as match drive mode, so whatever mode I'm in, that's what's going to show up on here. It just kind of reminds me, hey, you're in sport mode, hey, you're in normal mode. Your exhaust modes are going to be on the right side of this screen. You can also turn the car, look at it from any direction while you're driving. Right now we're in track mode exhaust, so it's going to be as loud as it can possibly be. You can throw that thing in quiet, normal, sport, or track. Quiet mode is awesome for if you have the car in a garage and you don't want to wake up all your neighbors. Now in previous model years, you've always had your air conditioning controls down here, but you've got them all digitally now. So if you want to change your air controls, that's going to be on here. This Dark Horse specifically is equipped with heated and cooled seats, which is honestly a huge power play here with this spec. You're going to be comfortable and you're going to be able to push this car to some extreme limits. You've also got a heated steering wheel, which is a must within the colder months. The only thing down below, which to me is a driver focused idea from Ford, you've got the Mustang mode, which I just talked about, where you see all your track apps and things like that. And you've got traction control off, hazards, a favorite mode. When I drove my S650 that I had, I set that to my exhaust mode. So as soon as I got in the car, I hit that button and it changed it to track exhaust mode, which opens it all the way up. And to me, just made the driving experience a lot more fun. Then you've got max defrost, which is pretty sure it's a law, so that's why they've got that down there. And then of course a volume control and a radio off button. So nothing too crazy in terms of buttons. And then obviously on the other side, you've got your start button. So speaking of track apps, once you hit that track apps button, you're going to see you've got an acceleration timer, brake performance, you got a lap timer, you got launch settings, which is going to be for your launch control. You can choose what RPM you want the vehicle to launch at. It starts at 2,000. So you've got a huge range of different launch settings. And you've got a shift indicator. These features have been around on the Mustangs for a few years now, so they're a must in this car. You've got that shift indicator, which is gonna display on the screen. It's gonna kind of flash and be like, hey, it's time to switch into the next gear. You're gonna know, obviously, if you're an experienced driver. On your steering wheel, you've got a steering mode changer. So you hit that and you can change it from comfort, normal, and sport. As you go, the steering gets a little bit tighter. So sport is going to be your tightest suspension, which is great for track use and even just back roads driving. Comfort is just going to kind of be, there's no tension to the wheel just kind of moves with you. You've got your cruise control, which is completely normal. It does have the lane centering assist and adaptive cruise control, which is a Ford favorite. Right next to those two, it's gonna have your modes. So you can switch from normal, sport, track, drag strip, slippery. You do have a wireless charger in the car, so right below your volume buttons that I was just mentioning, you've got that wireless charger, as well as the USB-C, normal USB, and the other mobile charging port. Up here, new in 2024, you've got a sunglass holder. It's never been seen before in a Mustang. It's always been to the left side of your steering wheel, which is still where your lights are gonna be. This steering wheel feels awesome. It's got blue stitching to it, a little bit of carbon fiber. Your seats are cool as well. So you've got the blue ember on the outside. You've got black graphics and black accents with your blue Brembo brakes. And then moving on the inside, you've got a black and blue seat with blue stitching. Another awesome feature on the inside is going to be this titanium shift knob, but it's a very unique feature that's available on the Dark Horse. Another new thing introduced on the S650 is going to be a flat bottom steering wheel. Every trim level from EcoBoost all the way up to the Dark Horse has a flat bottom steering wheel, and it makes every single trim level of this car feel special. Now this is a manual transmission if you haven't already figured that out. This is going to be your newest generation 5-liter V8. So you've got a little bit more horsepower and torque than before. The way this car is set up, even though it's non-supercharged, it's got the handling down, it's got the power down, and everything feels planted to the ground. This is chassis number R6278. We are selling this vehicle at MSRP. If you have any other questions, give us a call, hit Brock up, hit me up on Instagram. We're Reddick Brown Ford on Instagram. Brock is at Brock Patterson. You can call him or text him at any time, 615-397-3331. I hope this gives you an idea of what the Dark Horse really is. There's plenty of reviews out there on this car, but we wanted to give you an inside peek to just give you another point of view of the car.